I'm going to share how I got my client his first VP executive level job and what you can learn so that you can do the same thing. Folks, it's going to take me more than 30 seconds to explain this. So if you can't stay, bookmark it and come back. So this individual had a director level position and really wanted to move to that VP level, ultimately wants to be in the C suite. But the problem was his current employer said, we like you a lot, but we have no upward mobility for you. For the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to have to stay director. We only like to promote to VP from within those. So stay tight 5 years and we can get you that VP role. That wasn't good enough for him. He didn't want to wait around 5 years. So he went out on his own and started looking for job opportunities. He would get interviews and they would all say the same thing. We like you for the VP job eventually, but what we do here is bring you in at director and then we promote you after 6 months to a year when you prove yourself to VP. Okay. So he was really upset by that. Then he came to me and I said, you are missing a key thing. You have to provide more impact evidence that you can do the VP level job, right? They feel comfortable you can do director, but you're not proving you can do the VP level job. So the first thing we did was we took that job description, that VP level job description, broke it out, and we matched all of his previous experience to it, the impact evidence that he is capable of doing this job. We backed him into the job, so to speak. And specifically, we looked at it and said, based on that, what are the overarching pain points? What problems will you solve? What pain will you alleviate? How will you save the company money, make the company money? You have to see what are the aspirin points of that job, that executive level job, and how you will be that aspirin. Now, once you do that, you normally can see, 4 or 5. We try to shoot for 5 key areas where you're going to solve problems, alleviate pain, and create a lot of value. We call it your UVA, your unique value add. And as an executive, you need to be able to really articulate that strongly. And this is what he wasn't doing, right? He wasn't proving he had that VP level brand. So we built my secret sauce. We built him a content strategy matrix. What this does is help him determine what his 25 pieces of content will be in LinkedIn to provide the impact evidence that he can do the VP level job. So first we look at these 5 pain points and then we match them against the 5 ways that you can articulate that pain, 5 different ways so that you can really drive the point home that you know what you're talking about. And I've used this with all my clients. It's incredible because it creates constraint. When you have constraint, you can dial in and really talk about your brand value consistently. So once he had this, he executed. And the best part is, and this is what I love, bonus points for him, he chose to do video. So he was recording videos of himself talking about these pain points and how he solved them, at that VP mentality level, right? So now he's got this beautiful LinkedIn feed all filled. Sure enough, what happens? Recruiters find him because, folks, with the new LinkedIn algorithm, it's actually looking and listening to what you put in the feed. That's why if you've ever heard the phrase, a picture's worth 1,000 words, well, my phrase is a video's worth 1,000,000 on LinkedIn because the algorithm listens to you talking about things and says, oh, this person knows what they're talking about. So he had this beautiful feed that resulted in recruiters finding him. And sure enough, he had a bucket list, another thing we teach people to do, of 10 target companies he dreamed to work for. And one of them, through the strategic back channeling we taught him, said, hey, you might be a fit for this role. Gets in there, crushes the interviews, gets to the CEO. And here comes the kicker. The CEO says, I like you a lot, but we have historically always promoted VPs from within. So if you would just start as a director here and in 6 months, I could see your work, I will promote you. And he said, nope. This was his moment, right? I coached him and he said, I know I can do this job. If you look at all of my content in my LinkedIn feed, you will see I really speak to the fact that I can do this VP level job. So the CEO said, well, here's what we'll do. I'm going to run it by my people because I always want my people to buy into this. And this is not normally what we do. So he did. He went to his people and said, look, I'm thinking about doing an outside hire for VP. That's not what we normally do. I would want all of you who would report into him to really buy into him as a candidate. What do you think? They all watched his content, right? And came back and said, not a problem. He definitely knows what he's talking about. We love some of his ideas. We think he'd be a great fit. Boom, VP level job. And now he's on the C-suite track with this company. So I tell you this story because the future of getting what you want, those higher level jobs, you are an expensive brand. You have got to market that brand very concisely, and you do it by leveraging something like a content matrix with a clear strategy to talk about and prove with impact evidence that you can do that higher level job. When you do that, you will watch things shift. You will see more recruiters contacting you for the types of jobs that you really want. If you made it this far, then I have something for you. I do a really special program that I don't publicly announce here. It's called Expertise Unleashed, and I only take 4 clients a month. This is truly for the 2% of executives out there that want to dial in quickly their brand and execute on this to get to next level. It's an intensive program where you work exclusively with me. The link for Expertise Unleashed to learn more is in my bio, or it might be down here. Please check it out. Like I said, if space runs out, you're able to get on my wait list. But I know there's probably a few of you out there that might be looking for a way to do this with someone like myself. And now you can check out the Expertise Unleashed program. But for everyone else, I hope you learned the most powerful lesson here. You are an expensive brand. You have to treat yourself that way. And you've got to start providing plenty of impact evidence in your LinkedIn feed if you want to be found for those higher level jobs. Okay. Good luck. Go get them.